My Gavidley Van and Melonine, and well met indeed. I'm Arakir Galadirthan, head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer. But welcome back to Belegar Ironhammer's campaign through the lands of Warhammer 2. We have done remarkably well, snatched potential victory from the jaws of defeat. We are on the road to smashing our nemesi back to Kingdom Come. Icky Gork's Chosen is roaming around our lands, causing much pain and grief and schisms here and there and everywhere, and we're chasing him down, which I'm about to end the turn. And then what we're going to do is head over here and wipe out his faction real quick, and then we're going to knock back over, finally have catapults ready, because they'll come from somewhere around here, and then we will head over to Karak 8 Peaks and claim what is rightfully ours. In the live stream last weekend, the weekend before last, no, it was last weekend. Was it last weekend? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? A week ago. In the live stream a week ago. We did really badly, and my desires for Sartosa cost us. But in the recording thereafter, the episode immediately preceding this one, we took back our claims and our lands, and we absolutely smashed to Kingdom Come the threat of both Sartosa, the Crooked Moon, and the Crooked Moon mutinous Gits. And we were saved. And now we can easily wipe this person out, so we don't have to chase him till Kingdom Come. Which is nice. Very nice indeed. Massacre them all. Seeking vengeance. Greenskin conflict completed. Icky Gork is down. Another grudge has been settled. Grumbling. Dwarfs don't like us. And our lords have improved again. These people, it really is just like a hero upgrade sim, basically. Which they don't tell you when you get it going, do they? Why don't you keep cleansing corruption? And then there's one more. King Lun Ironhammer. Lun! You could deadly onslaught, spread more public order. Let's just deadly onslaught you for now, and then we'll keep moving you. As many of you have suggested, I should just start crafting stuff and dishing it out, because even if it's minor like these, it's still a boost, isn't it? Even a minor boost is still a boost. 12% fighting greenskins and Skaven. Yeah, that was a good one. We'll forge that. Ba-dum-ba-dum. Old God's Hammer. We're going to be fighting them for a whilly while, so we might as well. And armor leadership, armor speed, negative on speed, speed and charge bonus. No, armor leadership's pretty good. Minus helm. Anything else that we can craft in the Dwarven system? These, of course, can be divvied out in an attempt to continue to explain everything I'm doing. These can be divvied out amongst both our lords and our heroes. So these stats that we're reading will apply specifically to that hero or lord. And as our heroes at the moment are mostly being used as anvils in an arrowy kind of take on a hammer and anvil, we want to make sure that our heroes are all stronger. So let's forge them all a miner's helm for now. Although, first of all, actually, let's just check who needs what. So, he's already got armor, but he hasn't got a weapon. He's got nothing, 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 nothing. Right, so we don't... 4 armors is what we could do with for starting us off. So let's just get 4 of these straight out the bat. Make them all a bit better. Although, actually, the archer doesn't really want this, does he? So we'll go for 3 of these. And then we can give him something else. Speed and charge, or those are our only options. Speed bonus is good for a ranged unit, I think, because then they can get away easier. So we'll give him that. Right, we crafted a weapon, and we can keep crafting those. Remember, you only need access to a certain resource. You don't need, like, a set number of it. Oath Gold is the only thing that stops this system. So as soon as you have access to a resource, you always do. So I could, if I had access to all of these, I could craft 1,000,000 Elfbanes as long as I had 1,000,000 times 30 Oath Gold. Or rather, 1,000,000 times 300. Do we want to just go with more of those? We're going to be fighting greenskins and Skaven for a while, particularly when we get to Karak 8 Peaks. So I think that probably is a best bet. Yeah. Let's just get 4 of those and set them all out. Now, this does obviously give mostly melee advantages. Melee attack plus 10, but weapon strength affects ranged as well. So we can give all 4 of them one of these. Now, if memory serves... there we are. We've used up all of our gold. There we go. So let's divvy those out as best we can. So Belegar absolutely wants an Old Guard's Hammer. Dramar Iron Fist, or Hammer Fist, sorry. You're getting a Miner's Helm, and you're getting an Old Guard's Hammer. You're the Engineer. Maybe you don't want an Old Guard's Hammer, actually, because these are the 3 that are getting involved. And he's the one that wanted Slayer's Braces. Bugger. But they can all get a weapon. I made enough weapons for all, didn't I? No, I made enough armor for all. So... Slayer's Braces. There we are. We can swap it. Right, and then you can get a Miner's Helm. And that's Miner's Helms for everyone. AK-47s for everyone! Yeah, and you've all got weapons. Oh, Potion of Toughness restores 1,008 hit points. Ah, yes, nice. We don't want to... Let's give that to you. And what does the Crown of Command do? Unbreakable. Yeah, go on, check that as well. Is there a talisman you can take? No. So that's that done and dusted. Oh, there's a few of these you can do. Take a public order one. Research rate. Yes, please. King Lun. Oh, you've got hardly any followers as well. Do the same thing. Take a Cooper. You're full. You're now full. There we are, perfect. And there's all of his runes. Yeah, let's give him all of his runes. Oh, so that's how the runes work. Oh, I see, I see. Oh, that's interesting to note. So even though you get them here, you get them as part of his skills, which there's the box. You get them from these, but then they are actually just items. That's interesting to me. Anyway, there we are. So we've done what needs to be done. The army can now move as far as you can, please. And then we'll jump under the mountain and we'll head up over there and hit them. Our defences in our cities are now quite good, but we definitely need growth. That one's about to be upgraded. We might be able to get growth there. But more than that, I mean, 9 turns. We will probably have their town down in 9 turns or so. We don't want to dilly-dally too long, I take that point. But equally, we don't want to go for Karak 8 Peaks before we're ready. A few people have now suggested ways that I can essentially cheese the battle at Karak 8 Peaks and make it a breeze so that it's not even a challenge. But I just think that's really boring, and I just don't play that way. I apologise. I thank you very much for taking the time to explain. We can improve the omens. I can thank you for taking the time to explain a way to cheese the game, but that's just not how I play the game. So I'm just not going to do that. So what we need is troops that will be able to take it in a normal way. And so I will continue trying to get troops to do just that. Right, now what do we want to build here? See, we can get up to here, which would give us at least grudge throwers and bolt throwers, and it would give us thunderers and cannons as well. We just wouldn't get the top tier. Or I think it's probably going to be better to just build that, to be honest, rather than trying to get a growth building here. Let's just make sure we've got the siege in place now. And with all 3 of those built, the garrison in Xeraxil will grow to a large size. Because remember, I have a mod that makes military buildings give a garrison, as you can see on the left there, provides garrison. Provides garrison, provides garrison. So Xeraxil, and if we look at the actual garrison details, at the moment has a sizable one anyway, and will only get better. Now Buftar, unfortunately, is a little on the lower side, because it's what makes us money. It's what makes us money! I think we should swap that for growth, actually. Let's get growth up and running. Running forward. I am thrilled to be playing this today. I'm also just absolutely chuffed to bits today. I've been on a very enjoyable run today, which went very well. It was lovely weather. A nice little jog through. I downloaded the as many Killers songs as I could possibly get my hands on. Because I've always been a fan of the Killers, and I didn't realise they released an album this year. I'm a fan of a lot of bands, but I don't follow anyone like religiously, so it slipped my notice. So I downloaded some of those, listened to those when I was running, which was nice. Oh yeah, let's welcome them. And then I'm also pleased to announce, not that it matters to anyone, I'm going to state it anyway, that I am the lightest I have been in 6 years. So this lockdown has done wonders for my physical health, and I'm chuffed to bits about that, to be honest. Particularly because I've got to squeeze into that bloody suit in June. I say squeeze, I'm not overweight by any stretch of the imagination, but everyone would like to be thinner than they are. And there you go, there's my little improve yourself corner. Right, who do we have here? Dramar Hammerfist. Dramar is our arch... I was going to say archer, but he's not. He's got a massive gun, as the dwarves do. Do we knock on that one, or... No, that one I just think is so useless. How often would you ever have a general in a garrison? I just don't... I don't see that as being all that useful. And I keep forgetting what all of these are. We can make him better with these all up here. See, that one makes him better against greenskins, but is 3% more weapon strength for him alone really all that useful against greenskins? I think range is probably the better course of action before we start worrying about that kind of stuff.
True king of 8 peaks.
True king of 8 peaks! Any threat from our friends in the south? No. Ah, and Karak Pufta. Oh, we could go for the Woodman Hut. At the top tiers, the Woodman Hut reduces upkeep. Look at that. Upkeep -3 for Dwarf Quarrelers, Rangers, Bolt Throwers, and Grudge Throwers. That's pretty useful. Recruitment is down, and recruit rank is up. Whilst I would very much like that, for now, we'll focus on growth, and then we'll get that in the 3rd tier. Our growth is already up, and that will make growth even more up. But we do lose a lot of money now. Well, we don't lose any money, but we don't make as much money as we did. I also had a small lunch today because to celebrate, as many humans do, I am infallible, or as many humans are. To celebrate my being the lightest I've been in 5 or 6 years, I'm going to celebrate that with a takeaway. So I'm really looking forward to today. And also, of course, tomorrow is a day off, as is Monday. Or today is a day off, because you're watching this today. So everything I just said happened yesterday. Do we want a military alliance with Miraliano? I use the town name because Talea only has that one region. But no, I do not want a military alliance with you, because I don't want to go to war with the border princes. I've also been playing The Witcher 3 again in my spare time, along with Apex and Stellaris. I'm enjoying playing all 3 at the moment. So it's just a damn enjoyable time to be alive. Mystery Meat. In a drive to improve combat stamina across your armed forces, the High Quartermaster has been experimenting with new ration combinations. His latest concoction is a bowel-addling patty of horseflesh, pickled fish, and forest spider spinnerets, served between toasted discs of sweetened bread. They haven't a clue what they're eating, but the troops can't get enough. Army replenishment is up, but due to frequent toilet stops, movement range is down. Seriously? Lun's Air. Right, now the town that we want is just here-ish, so we might want to soon come out of the underway and hit them proper. It's going to be a fight and a half, but if we can get them to attack us, like to rise up and try and defend themselves, rather than us have to siege their walls, then I think we can take it. This battle is a must-win. We need to destroy the Crooked Moon so that our northern threats are vanquished. Because I'm not bothered about taking Festa Spike. The Skaven can hold on to that. For Balthazar Goat is also dealing with them. So we don't need to get involved in that war. Oh yes, our public order just rose. Oh, our public order is we're hemorrhaging public order, but it just rose.
Belegar Ironhammer.
Oh Jesus, your movement range is down. Crime and Netley's old bean.
I'm gone.
There we go. Now we can at least see it.
Stop right off.
Glugzag leg biter. Grugzag, me old mate, your days are numbered, sunshine. Nothing's gonna save you now. We'll kill them all. Interchangeable parts, artillery upkeep. Oh, upkeep. Is there another upkeep one, actually? I wouldn't mind lowering some upkeep. That would help us greatly. Income from trade is up, growth is up, hero action cost. Income from gold mines. Leadership went under siege. Oh, that's interesting. Hero action cost. See, we barely use hero action, so we probably won't bother with that one. I'd be tempted with the growth just to keep trying to help it, because it is slow for us. Which means our cities take a long time to upgrade. Leadership, melee defense, hero recruit, armor +5 for dwarf shield units. So anything with a shield gets +5. Recruit ranks and whatnot. Upkeep for Longbeard units. There we are. Oh, we've got a long way to get that, though. Recruitment cost for Longbeard. That whole thing is Longbeard, isn't it? We don't really have any Thunderers. But that might be... I think I'm going to go for the growth, to be honest. And then maybe the income boost after that. But here we are. Knocking on our enemy's door. Interestingly, the underway... you can only move once. So as you noted, when we were in the underway, we could have moved to here, where we did move to, but I could have also moved around here. And rather unfortunately, because I moved there, I can't then move further, which is disappointing. No, I'm not going to do a defensive alliance with you. Come now, Talea. Look how much the Crooked Moon are trying to stop us. Did they succeed? No. They failed abysmally. We can't get there for another 2 turns, but it's 2 turns no matter what, so we'll come out of the movement. I should have moved much further when I was in the underway. We wasted a turn there. Oh well. I think we'll get them. I think we'll have them, and we'll crush them. And this is where they die. How are our grudges looking? Open the book. The Karak 8 Peaks one is burning us. It's our only grudge now, and it's just costing us so much. But it's alright, we'll take Crooked Moon, we'll come back, get some artillery, and then we will move and get it. So it's now or never, Crooked Moon. It's a shame that you can't sell regions, the region trading. I know region trading is a mod that I could add in, but no, I don't want that yet. Sorry, Balthazar. I don't want to get forced into wars I can't handle before my time. We need the peaks. Once we have Erebor back in our Karak 8 Peaks back in our control, then and only then will we side with these fools.
My oath forbids it. But our forefathers.
Oh dear, it's not even worth fighting. It is ridiculously simple. It's not even a walled settlement. It's a backwater, arse end of nowhere piece of garbage. But I fear we're not going to have a battle in this episode without fighting this one, so we're going in. We come across basically nothing. An Orc Shaman, a Goblin Big Boss, Glugzag Leg Biter. Goblins, 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 goblins. It's just goblins for days. 1 unit of Trolls and 1 unit of Forest Goblin Spider Riders. It is the end for them. They may have a wandering army elsewhere, but it won't matter. For this is where they die. And the Angrand takes back what is rightfully ours. It starts with the Crooked Moon, and it ends with the Mutinous Gits. Victory is ours. Now, if you are wondering, a question I did see posed, and I will just answer it, because why not? That is the settlement over there. And you might be thinking, why on earth aren't we fighting behind that little gate, which would be a wonderful defensive battle for the enemy? And the answer is simply because reasons. Warhammer 2 and Creative Assembly, this is one of the biggest detractors from the game. One of the biggest complaints is that any settlement without a wall is always fought on a field battle, which makes them massively anticlimactic and really disappointing. And it means that you need to get walls up in basically every settlement to make them useful, which is in and of itself therefore useless and annoying, because settlements now only have 3 building slots anyway, so having to build walls in all of them is just so disappointing. And this is absolutely no different. So, that's the reason, I'm afraid. Alright, let's get you guys out. I should really pause it to do this, but I won't bother. Right, the trolls are what we need killed off, really. Move the Dwarven warriors further forward. Pump those Dwarven legs! Move yourselves forward. Satisfy the grudge for the Caravan Raid. Alright, you're moving forward. Spider Riders are soon to be coming into range. End them. Bring down the Spider Riders, please. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Give them everything you've got. You can now, you've got the Potion of Toughness. You can Foe Seeker yourself, why not? And you can Deadly Onslaught, making yourself a bit of a monster. You've got the Crown of Command, makes you unbreakable. And you've already done what you can do. Turn that line around. Who do we have over here? Ah, you're the Rune Fellow. Damage resistance yourself. And give yourself 30 more armor. And slow down that fellow right there. And then Belegar Ironhammer. Give them a volley. Ah, they got the Rangers. Bugger it. Dwarves, if you're not involved, what are you doing? Aye, as you command. Right, free up that fellow. If you would, free up those Rangers. That other range unit's going to get killed off, annoyingly. We are massively outnumbered, but we are the dwarves. And outnumbered is not really a phrase in our vocabulary. Also, Belegar and those are now want to destroy entire battalions on their own, so we don't massively need to worry about our troops being outnumbered. But our rangers are probably going to go. Come on, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. I've locked them in place. I've locked them in place. I've bought you your time to flee. Get the bloody hell out of there. Aragon! Get your men out of there! Hit them. And they're running guards. Do not stop the attack until the city is taken. Boost that fella right there. Alright, you're done. Come and help those dwarven warriors on that right hand side. That's a euphemism. What have we over here, I wonder? A goblin spell. Jesus. Powerful goblin spell. Orcish spell. Now we've got some dwarven warriors taking a pound in there.
Belegar Ironhammer.
Let's move in on Masher the Orc Shaman and get him taken out. What's going on over here? Heal yourself. Ta-da! There we are. Hit those. Right, ranged units. How are we getting on? They are coming back. We do not want them coming back. Go and help them. Hit those archers. They should be dealing with Masher. Much of that... I'll pull him back if he's just getting shot. He's pulled those archers out of line, which is always helpful. We're getting a lot of units running away now. Satisfy the grudge. Look at that. Look at these cowards fleeing. Let us bleed for the clans. You're going and helping over there. Oh, dwarves are just so powerful. These rangers haven't been all that much useful though. I'd rather have one more dwarf warrior and one more quarreler, to be honest. But then I did put the rangers out to die, really, didn't I? I offered them up as a sacrifice in many ways. So that is my own fault. Keep running. We've locked them for you. Archers. Yeah, they're done. Let's turn on their archers and bring them down. Oh, these guys are all dying off. What's happening up there? Oh, he's fighting on. Come on, Lun, get yourself back. As long as some of our units survived, the whole unit will survive. Oh, they're running away. It's over. It's over. Shoot and kill as many as you can. It doesn't actually matter. We attacked a town, the whole armies are going to die anyway. Yeah. Yes, a glorious victory. The auto-resolve, like in Divide and Conquer, absolutely hugely favours the dwarves. And I think that's why you almost always see Karak, the main dwarven faction, always do well. Because the auto-resolve is just... It just absolutely loves dwarves. It just always favours dwarves. And so had we auto-resolved that, we probably would have lost hardly any. But as I've stated countless times, in Warhammer 2, you do not have to manually retrain any units. Any company that loses men will automatically get them back over time. Crooked Moon holds something else somewhere else. Because they have not died. That, or they still have an army somewhere.
Belegar Ironhammer.
Ah, Belegar, you've gone up again. Nice. Ammunition for Quarrelers, Thunderers, missile strength for Quarrelers and Thunderers. Yes, please. And the others have improved. We've got everything along those lines for you all. Good. Good. Keep cleansing corruption. Now we've cleared that. Spread public order. And have you got... you go, Scarred Veteran. And there we are. We still have the same number of units that we already had. And... yeah, our upkeep is still madly affected because we've not yet taken Karak 8 peaks. Although we can finally get these, but we have to get them on the global. Although we could, couldn't we? How much is your upkeep? 280, so we could get 2 Grudge Throwers in there. And I'd like another Dwarf Warrior, really. I really would like to... I'm tempted to merge those, but no, I don't think so. We'll get another Dwarf Warrior. And we'll get 2 Grudge Throwers. Oh, they only take a turn. Oh, that's a dream. Bolt Throwers are anti-large, but we don't come up against large too much. And Karaz, what can we get for you here? We want walls. We definitely want walls. And... what garrison do you give? Dwarf Warriors and Quarrelers. If we built that, garrison of Rangers, that gives 1 Grudge Thrower. And that's all we can really get. You don't give any garrisons at all. I'm not sure I want another one of these here. But then that's probably the best garrison building we could get aside from that one. And garrisons are all we really want because this is in the back end of nowhere. So... and it'll hate us as soon as we're done here. I don't know what the Crooked Moon has else otherwise, though. I assume what they have is an army somewhere. And that's what's keeping them alive. Yeah. Yeah, I think it is. So this is not the end for them. Let's end the turn and see what they do. If they are a horde nation, which I assume they are, they will now be rushing to try and claim a region.
I am Belegar.
Hello, Karak. Defensive alliance. Oh, no.
Have you come to pledge me your loyalty?
Karak Ziflin, welcome. Trade rights? Ah, non-aggression. Yeah, I'll take non-aggression. Ah, we can't trade. We don't connect to each other. Caravan Raid. A dwarf trade caravan is ringed by goblin wolf raiders. Stalemate is developed, but the foe refuses to relent. Local affray should be dealt with by the local lord, but your intervention could speed things up. Public order -3 in all provinces. Public order +3 in all provinces. Leadership. Yeah, you're on your own.
Lord of the Ungrun.
Get me one of those up. Nice. We're going to make 11 gold coins. And that's only going to go down as these all improve. If we need to, we'll remove a ranger if someone has to go. Ah, but we're about to get more income, aren't we? Come from iron mines, gold mines, and stone quarries is up. Income from trade, income from trade. Yeah, let's get the 2 trade ones. Get that boosting there. Do you still hate me? Yeah, -4. And what have we got for you at the moment? We're still on the growth, aren't we? You're up to 2, which would allow us to build that if we had the money, but we just don't have any money. Ah, which means that maybe if we swap away from the growth for now then, and go back to public order... recruitment cost, construction cost for all buildings down 10%. That would drop that down and make us be able to build it, which would be good because then it makes more money. Ah, yeah, let's do that for a moment. Swap to that, and then on the next turn we should be able to build that then. And let's get the army back. I think the army is pretty much ready to go, to be honest. We might as well stay here for 1 turn until they all replenish, so that we at least move off at full strength. And then we can remove a unit if we're going to be losing money. And then the march begins. For the mountains in the east. We'll take back what's ours. See, we have parity with Crooked Moon, which suggests to me that they've got regions somewhere else. This is not their only region, and they will be coming back. But we'll just have to wait and see. Oh no. Fuse this creature. Alright, let's do it, boys. And this time we're using all the movement we can.
True king of 8 peaks.
Karak Norn.
Welcome, Dowie.
Would you like...
Bring a gift of Grumrill
Oh,
to
they don't like me.
aid in negotiations.
We have an aversion for some reason. Oh, is that because of the bloody thing? It is, isn't it? -10 diplomatic relations with all dwarves. Haha, yes! Do we upgrade the dwarf keep here? It only unlocks a single building tier. Or do we upgrade it here, which would make Buffetor far more defensible? Given that Ezor already has that, I'd be tempted to build it over here instead. No, if we build it here, we can move the siege workshop into Ezor and put then an eco building in Zeraxil. Zeraxil already has a sizable garrison. Removing 2 grudge throws from it's not going to change much.
To battle.
We must go for 8 peaks now. We have little to no choice.
Belegar Ironhammer.
And how long are you going to take to build? 4 turns. Oh, we can afford to lose 3. We can afford to lose 12 gold. We'll make money again when that building builds because the core building does give income. So upgrading the core buildings improves everything. It gives you more garrison or sometimes just better garrison units. So the same units but just better versions of them or upgraded versions of them. And it gives more money. Now Asgaraz is going to hate us and will probably rebel, to be honest. It's on -10 at the moment. It's 24% Skaven Corruption here. The people hate corruption, so people will hate you the more there is corruption in your lands. Darkhold has had a war declared. Can you really move all the way over?
Squander my skills.
How far can you go? Oh, only to there. There we go.
Ulrika.
And you've upgraded. You've already increased mobility as much as you can. And let's give you more leadership aura. Then we'll deadeye you after that. We could forge something else, but I just don't think it's really necessary. Any of these things, though, give any kind of income boost. Melee defense, melee attack, ward save, armor piercing. No. Now, one of the lords needs a
Lord of the Ungren.
weapon. There we are. King Lun needs a weapon. Let's give him one. Ah, the old guard's hammer costs more. That's why we're burning through it so much. Let's give him just a straight 10% buff. Ranger's hammer. King Lun. Well done, sir. Stand your ground. You can have a teller of tales. That means wherever this army is, public order will be through the roof. So does that mean that public order here is going to be even worse now that they've moved off? Oh no, it is still just -10. That's not bad. I'll take that. Need a tier 3 to get that up, and it's going to take 20 turns or so to grow. But the slog begins. We don't need to actually come this way, we just need to go down there and then make our way across. Past Majorca. Majorca, sorry. I both think that's a good idea and also just a woeful idea in how they've named these places. Oh, you're going to give me military access? Oh, no, you want a defensive alliance. Oh, you stopped your war with Talea. Well done. And they'll give me 500 gold coins for that. Oh, I'm tempted to... Ah, you've lost Sarto. You've lost that region to Sartosa. Counter offer. Take away the defensive alliance and add military access. I just don't really want the defensive alliance. Yes, there we go. We can walk through each other's lands now. They won't hate me as I go through them. And you really like me. Oh, you want a military alliance again. I don't... I want to confederate you. I don't want a military alliance, really. And you're losing anyway. You've got one region. Oh, God, no. I'm not getting involved in your pathetic attempt at survival. If you are to die, then do it quietly and do not drag me into your godforsaken wars. Your hopeless predicament.
Onwards! And what can the Dowie do for you on this fine day?
I'd love a confederation. I don't have any money, but what do you say? Now, I appreciate if we military allied them, they would like us more, which makes the confederation more likely. Oh, look, and Karak Angazar down here has been taken by Balthazar anyway, so he can't even get that. Alright, and we're headed off to 8 Peaks, which is just here. Which, interestingly, does not have 8 peaks. But, it's there. We're not too far, I don't think. A fair old walk, though. A fair old walk. Alright, let's end it down. Right, what I'm going to propose, then, is to do something I don't often do, which is I will, as we're now just going to be walking east, I will probably cut this here, and then join you all again in a few moments when I've walked to the other side of the world. Because you watching me end turn and move the army is not enjoyable viewing. So unless something happens, I will see you before the doors of Karak 8 Peaks. Welcome back. It is ours! Karak 8 Peaks has fallen, and in a truly quote-unquote boring style, I took it by just sieging them out, and they never attacked me. When I arrived at Karak 8 Peaks 14 turns ago, they had 2 armies, one as the garrison army, and one roaming around outside. I attacked the one outside with a lightning strike, which cut them out of the game, and then the one inside just stayed there and died. They never rose up, and I thought, well, I'm not going to waste myself trying to fight it. So I finally took it. And then in doing so, I then accepted the Border Prince's defensive alliance request because things are going a bit ill back home. So whilst you've been away, only a few things have happened. Number 1, Crooked Moon were then suddenly defeated sort of 5 turns in. So someone obviously killed their last army or took their last region. So the Crooked Moon are gone. In addition, the Wood Elves, all 4 of them, went to war with me. Initially, these 3 went to war with me, and then 2 turns later, Talsoon joined in as well. So we're at war with the Wood Elves now, which is a bit disappointing. We've managed to secure a lot of... we managed to build a fair few buildings throughout because we had a rebellion in Karak Izor and we had a rebellion at Karak Asgaraz. Both of those rebellions failed, and we sold back the captives to make some money. There's another rebellion in Asgaraz, and it will rebel forever and a day. To be honest, I don't care. I don't really want that province. I just wanted to defeat Crooked Moon. So I would happily let them win and take that back. That's not my concern. What is my concern is that the pirates of Sartosa have gone on a bit of a rampage against the Border Princes. They took Lucini, and they've now moved all the way up and taken Zvorak, which means Karak Izor and Karak Buftar are both suffering vampire corruption, which is very disappointing. So we need to get someone back and finally kill Sartosa. But standing between us and Sartosa is a huge orc nation, Grimgor's Hardboys, who own basically everything between 8 Peaks and the Border Princes, and indeed all the things around 8 Peaks as well. So our question to ourselves now very much becomes, do we abandon our initial starting point and just focus around 8 Peaks, or do we try and solve the problem? We've got enough gold that we might be able to train an additional army now. Oh, sorry, Callie's just pulling my earphones out of my head. We've got enough gold that we might be able to train an additional army now. So I think that's probably what we'll do. Belegar will stay at 8 Peaks and govern that place until it absolutely loves us. And then we will move another army back home to deal with issues back home. There's also corruption here, but with all of our lords in one place, we're not too worried about that. Now, what has been built here is a Slayer Shrine. We've got an armory, which we will keep. We've got a refectory, which we'll also keep because it keeps public order high. We've got toolmakers, which we will want in the garrison. And we've got a siege workshop, which again we want in the main town. What we definitely want to build are the unique buildings. So there's... Oh, let's just turn that off so we can read it. So in the unique buildings that are buildable here in Karak 8 Peaks alone, there's a reinforced citadel, which gives huge public order bonuses, melee defense when under siege, and provides garrison of extra troops. Massive public order bonuses here, in fact. So we could build that instead of this, which gives us 1,800 if we destroy that now. And how much does that cost? Yeah, let's get rid of that and build that there. And then the other one is the Grand Underway Junction. Campaign movement range plus 20% for own armies starting their turn in that region, here in Karak 8 Peaks. 5% of growth in all provinces. Faction-wide trade is up 10%. Casualty replenishment's up 15%. Upkeep for Ironbreakers is down. Recruit rank of Ironbreakers and income from all buildings plus 10% in that region. And it provides 2 Ironbreakers. So we will want both of those built here as soon as we can get them. We need to talk to these folks. Oh, you want everything. Oh, yeah. Should we military ally? Yeah, what the hell. Now that we've got Karak 8 Peaks, let's get on board with all the dwarves. Particularly Hearn, because I'd like to confederate with Hearn. There we are. So get them to start liking us. And same with Karak Norn,
From another hold.
who really hate us. They're the ones I want to confederate with most. But now that we've got 8 peaks, the campaign becomes a normal, basically. I was going to say easier, but really it just becomes normal. We've lost the huge upkeep debuff that we had. Our grudge has been settled, which means our grudge is back down to 0, so public order is now improved everywhere. So when we've got some money after we've dealt with 8 peaks, after we've improved 8 peaks rather, we will build another army over here to then shut down the Pirates of Sartosa finally. The vampiric corruption is getting so bad up in Karak actually that armies just merely standing in the region are suffering corruption penalties. It's getting out of control. But for now, Karak 8 Peaks is back in our hands, and war with Grimgor's Boys is inevitable. They are currently, though, at war with Strigos Empire, who own this swamp region down here. The Border Princes are firm allies, Karak are firm allies, and the Knights of Calador, who we've not yet met. The other team that wanted a military alliance with me and have been talking to me as much as they can are Miraliano, Tilea, but they don't want it anymore. And you will note they have taken Skaven Blight, so the Skaven threat from our west has been totally shut down by Tilea. So it's just Sartosa we need to kill off, and then our starting region is fairly secured. But let us end our turn and go and see what that large army from Boys is going to do. I feel delighted that playing the campaign on very hard, granted not legendary, but very hard, I've managed to take Karak 8 Peaks despite... I cannot tell you how many people commented words to the effect of, well, this campaign's over, GG Galu. And I feel such vindication for having taken 8 Peaks. Here they've come again. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not going to fight that. It's a simple auto-resolve defensive victory. And that, Asgraz, as I say, is always going to hate us. We're never going to be able to do anything about that. Oh, Karak Izor loses all that money. That's annoying. But 8 Peaks can build these 2 buildings. So let's start with that one to keep the public order. No, the public order's fine. Let's start with that one to get 2 Iron Breakers in the garrison. And then we'll build that one on the next turn. And then we'll train the troops after that. Valia's Sorrow, you part of here? Yes, you are. Crooked Fang Fort. Where's Crooked Fang Fort? South down there. And the last one is Drinkorakas, which is over there. So these are the 8 Peaks region. That's annoying. We might as well get started, mightn't we? Your allies' attitudes towards them, they hate them, and they like me. Call my allies to help. Well, Karak are already surely at war with them. I'm joined by my allies. The Liar's Sorrow. Where we find them. Simple auto-resolve victory. Takes the village. Hazun, Hazun. Occupy that, because otherwise it will hate us. And then... Oh, we can't get him. Oh, that's annoying. For Liar's Sorrow, you can build us a sparring chamber. Nice. You've upgraded. They are constantly upgrading at this rate. Underway. Oh, we should probably go with Mason to get all the cheaper costs. Let's get Mason in at least 1 or 2. 9% is his top tier of that. So 10% cheaper buildings wherever he is. It's not too bad, is it? You can spread public order still. You can't do anything. There's only 2 of them. Oh, no, I don't want scouting. No. Keep making yourself better against the Dwarves. And you can spread public order. That's fine. Our public order is going to be off the charts. I also have been slowly progressing my way towards this building, which gives construction time -2 for capital buildings and settlement buildings, which I quite like. And on the way to it gives me various income bonuses and construction costs decrease here and there. But otherwise, the only thing you missed in the 20 or so minutes that it took from the point that I paused to the point that I started again, I think it was 22 minutes. The only thing you missed was getting a request for a defensive alliance from someone on every single damn turn. Which wasn't really anything to miss, was it? But here we go. We can finally end the episode with a nice little battle. Our first proper battle against Grimgor's Boys. Nasha comes with 2 pump wagons, a Ragnarok Spider, Goblin Wolf Chariots, Orc Boar Boys, Savage Orc Boy Biggins, Orc Boar Chariots, and he's actually got a fairly good army, to be honest. But war with Grimgor's Ard boys was inevitable, and I thought we might as well. Our army's just sitting in Karak 8 Peaks not doing anything. Let's get them involved. But now we need to really start upping our game. Grimgor's Ard boys, as you saw from when the end turn thing went past, we are hugely outnumbered by them and outclassed. And if we lose 8 Peaks, of course, we go right back to where we were at the start, in that we need to reclaim it before we're good again. But this time, we've got grudge throwers. And our enemy does not. We demand blood. Right, what we're going to do this time is not use the Rangers as an outward sort of flanking-y type force. Let's get them in the positions that they're going to move to. And then we've got 2 8s. They're not going to do anything, so just going to stand there. Right, let's slow it down. Make paths. Grudge throwers are already firing off. Right, and then miners, what I want you to do is offer yourself up basically as sacrificial bait. Come and stand in the way of these things so that nothing can flank us. Similarly, you archers actually, I want you to stand here, but stand in a way that you cover that guy's left flank. So that our archers are protected. Grudge throwers. Hit what you like, really, but as long as you actually hit something. That's my only request of you. Go for the big ones. Yeah, look, the cavalry's preparing to flank around the sides. What we really want is to pin that in place. And everybody target it. Oh no, the grudge throwers have shredded that unit in the centre. If we, because that spider is going to send devastation through our ranks, which we cannot have. So get that killed off. We've slowed it down with his rune as well. Yes, and it goes down. Nice. And our plan has worked. The cavalry doesn't know how to flank us. Turn back on the cavalry. You're not being used. Go and help. I'll tell you what, you come over here. Go and help with that cav. Similarly, you're not being used. Come and help with this cav. Oh, this is going hugely in our favour. They're almost all running. Slay everything without a beard. Hit Nasher, the war boss. Pin him. Ironhammer. Blast yourself. You're targeting whatever you like, right? Yeah, target whatever you want. Don't be pinned in by my whims. Kill Locks! Nash is going down. Alright, fellows. If you want to make yourself powerful, please do. It is a reckoning. Oh, Belegar's taking a bit of a beating. But no, this is easily over. We've got some dwarf warriors that took a bit of a pounding on that left side. Oh boy, chariots, what do they look like? Oh, pretty cool. Oh dear. Pretty cool as they glide through my units like they are nothing. But yeah, no, this is over. It's slowly going in our favour, and it goes. Just kill what you can. Shoot at everything. We've fought against orcs many times before, although it's primarily Skarsnik's Crooked Moon goblins. Now we're against real orcs. But real orcs are no match for WHII steel. And with almost no losses on our part, Nasher scampers off into the distance. Although Nasher doesn't, because he's dead. But Nasher's entourage scampers off into the distance. 109 kills Quarrelers, 110 kills Grudge Throwers, and 106 kills Quarrelers. Yes, Quarreler's making very much the heart of our army, but we need to get some Thunderers mixed in now. But with much of our focus in 8 peaks, I think we shall be alright. If we can upgrade 8 peaks nicely, then even if we lose our primary home, where we started, it won't matter, because 8 peaks stands strong. It was a touch anticlimactic on my part to take 8 peaks with a simple siege, and they never rose up. But I didn't want to risk losing it. The whole campaign focuses on taking 8 peaks, and I don't feel like I need to have a glorious battle to claim it. What I need to do is secure it with as much strength as possible, so that the follow-up attacks from Ardboys, which was almost certainly going to happen, and is happening, wouldn't take us out, wouldn't absolutely ruin us. So I'm hoping that with the combined might of me and Karak Karaz, or Karaza Karak, sorry, the other way around, I'm hoping that will see the defeat of Grimgor's Ardboys. And that's going to be Belegar's task now for a long time to come. Oh, they stole a technology from us. Oh, we've unlocked another Ancestral Renown tier. Yes, which gives us the Rune of Regeneration and generates the health and increases the physical resistance of your entire army for 27 seconds, but you can only use it once. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they've all been killed. Yes, of course they have. 8 peaks, you can build your other unique building, which is perfect. And Valea's Sorrow can upgrade as well, which is even better. You don't need an army back home just yet. Belegar, you took a bit of a pounding there, but I think I would rather still keep making you specifically better as a general rather than... No, I want to make you better as a general rather than making you a better warrior. Warriors! Right, you can get that one. You can get that one. You can take missile resistance up. What the hell? And then Halkenhaf, Ancestral Grudge. Right, stay in Valea's Sorrow for now. Well, you've got room for 2 more. Have we got any money? Oh, we've got a bit. We've got a bit. Oh, we can get Dwarf Warriors with great weapons finally. And we can get Miners with blasting charges. Should make a better line unit than the original Miners because they throw things. But I'm tempted to throw in a bolt thrower actually, just in case they do have a large unit. Again, just add in an assassin type unit. And I think I will. While we stay there and replenish. But for now, that is going to end this very successful episode. Oh, hang on, I wanted to get on better terms with you.
Our dealings will bear fruit. I'll ignore that. Sigmar's will.
No! Let's form a union here. We've also spoken to the Reich. They've gone with non-aggression. I'd like to keep them alive, so we're probably going to have to get involved with the undead. What's Dwarven Steel like against the skeletal form of the undead? Let's put it to the test. Also, I've already got the Untainted one here. I did away with the Growth one, and we went to Untainted because Public Order was dropping massively. But if I can make that better... Doesn't one of these... what's it called, first of all? Let's have a look. So it's called Venerate the Ancestors. Doesn't one of these make Venerate the Ancestors better? Let's just go through them. There we are. Venerate the Ancestors command. Additional 1 Untainted. Ah, yes. And we're on our way to do that. No, we're not. No, we're not. We will be in a second, then. And an extra Untainted faction-wide. And an extra Untainted faction-wide. Hell yes. We're going to change and go for that. Instead of down to the construction guilds. Definitely. Because the only reason we want to come back is to stop the Vampiric Corruption. And we're only getting Vampiric Corruption because Lucini fell to Sartosa. Although I've just noticed that Estalia has moved in and dealt with that. But the Border Princes are losing to Grimgor's Ardboys. In fact, everyone is losing to Grimgor's Ardboys. Jesus. They own everything. They have everything between here and the mountains. How do we put down such reckless hate? Well, that's a problem for future Gallo. Because today's Gallo is going to end the episode there. And I'm going to thank you all for watching. I've thoroughly enjoyed playing this today. It's just been such a wonderful day. And this has been the cherry on top. Have a smashing Easter weekend. I will see most of you tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning to watch the Woodland Realm live stream, which I will still do. But until then, dear friends, Navairneden Perimad Melonin, and farewell.